At ease. God is good. I am soul. Self-love is not selfish. It's a video by brother Olu Tomori. I'm going to say it again. Self-love, and to be honest, brothers, I'm just now starting to figure this out, is not selfish. You know, being an empath, because I feel like this is the number one problem for all empaths, right? Being an empath is a beautiful superpower to have. Like, I'm glad that the creator, put this type energy inside of me, because it's a beautiful thing, man. I love what it gives me. I love the ability it gives me to communicate with people. You know, it gives me the ability to feel what a person is feeling, both good and bad, right? You know, for example, if a person is telling me about a vacation experience, they went to Maui, they went to Hawaii, they did this, right? I have the ability to hear that and fully engulf myself in that situation and experience it as if I'm right there with them. You know, when a brother is telling me about him meeting his 5% woman, he's telling me about his wedding, when he's telling me about a new job or a new car he got, I have the ability to be sitting right there, in my mind. I have the ability to be sitting right there in the dealership with him, signing the papers, getting those keys, taking that first drive. Like, I can actually feel him doing that, man. And it's a beautiful experience, man, being able to share that with somebody, right? At the same time, when a person, male or female, comes and tells me, my person cheated on me. When they tell me that I lost my job. When they tell me that, my parent has this particular illness. At the same time, I feel that. And it's like I'm experiencing that also. And what that tends to do, man, that tends to make, a lot of empaths people pleasers. Because it's like if I'm going to if I'm experiencing this thing with you and I can feel it, then it's almost automatic that I want to help you fix this. Like, what can I do to help you, man? It makes people pleasers, man. And brother Olu's video, please be sure to watch brother's video, subscribe to his channel. Brother Olu said, when you are a people pleaser, people that need to be pleased will find you. I'm going to say it again. He said, when you are a people pleaser, people that need to be pleased will find you. Brother, that's facts, man. Like attracts like. Man does not attract what he wants. Man attracts what he is. So if you're in the need that, hey, you know what? Whoever needs help on this planet, come find me. Because I can identify with you. Brother, you finna have people coming your way left and right that need that cup filled. You know what I'm saying? It's all about frequency, man. So, be cautious of the frequency you're putting out. Because like he said, if you're putting that out, that's what you're going to attract pretty much, right? Then he said this: people who give out of love and never receive it are frustrated people. People who give out of love and never receive it are frustrated people. Now, I somewhat agree with that, right? Because, and the reason I say somewhat is because it's not about the giving that makes people frustrated. Like, to me, man, like the best part of having something, I don't care if it's $1 in my pocket. The best part of having something, a lot of that is the ability to help my brother with that thing I have. Like giving to me is fulfillment. And I'm sure that a lot of y'all feel the same way, man. If you give to someone that doesn't have, like, that feels good. That feels better going out than tossing hundreds up in the club, right? But when the part that becomes painful, or what the brother said is when people become frustrated, it's not the giving, it's the screwing on the back end. It's the wrongdoings on the back end after you've gave, right? I can remember, man, back when I was in the military, a friend, a younger soldier, man, became a good friend of mine. Me and my wife, he would come over and hang out, and he ended up getting married to a young, beautiful sister. And I remember they had hard times, man. And me and my spouse at the time helped them out. I can't remember, the details, but I remember us helping them out, and they would come over and hang out. And I just remember at one point in time, word got back, to me and my household that, this same couple was saying, hey, this is how they move over there. They do this. This is the kind of things they do at church. Like, this is how they move. And it's like, bro, like I gave when I didn't have much to you and yours. And I'm hearing all this backlash in the street. Like, that's the part that's painful. That's the part that's painful, man, because like I say, giving is the good part. And the thing about people who give, most people that give really don't want anything in return. Don't want anything in return. But like the brother said, man, it's on that back end, man. It's when that frustration comes on the back end. I've collabed with brothers. I've collabed with brothers on YouTube. Brothers will reach out, man, and say, so, I like what you're talking about, man. And hey, let's collab. We'll collab. We'll do some work. These same brothers, when I went stop talking about red pill, when I stopped saying, oh, all women ain't, when I got off that and started talking about something else to develop us as men, these same brothers that had 5 subscribers back in the days that wanted me to collab, and I was like, bro, let's do it. These same brothers will get on YouTube now and say, oh, well, soul and flip the script. He's saying that, hey, man and woman can be happy together. He's saying, man, we need to start thinking different. It's like, bro, like you came to me and I gave to you freely, and now on the back end, like you giving, that's all I'm saying. So the frustration comes on the back side, man. On the back side. Like, giving is the beautiful part, man. Even giving up, my personal space, man. It's like that's just such an easy thing for me to do. I can remember a couple of years ago. It's probably been 2 years ago, 2+ years ago, give or take. I was on Patreon. We were doing a live. I believe I posted this video on YouTube a couple years ago. And there was a brother that I had known from the community, from the live stream, from my Patreon. And he was just talking about, like, man, I'm on my life's mission. I'm just traveling the road and doing this, and moving like this, seeing the world, finding my purpose. And he got to talking. He said, man, I'm in Denton, Texas. And I'm like, bro, you like 10 minutes, 12 minutes down the road, man. I said, bro, man, get out of that hotel and come here. I only knew the brother from a few conversations on China. I said, bro, you come here, like, my house is, my house is your house. Brother came here, man, and stayed a while. I'm not sure if he stayed a week or two. And brother Malachi, matter of fact, he made a video about his stay here, man. I'll try to leave a link, man. But man, that brother would sit here, man. We would exchange knowledge. I would take the brother around town, fed him well, help him get some clothes on his back, man, because he was just on this solo mission. Brother was showing me how to cook healthy meals. Brother was spending time with my son. It was just a beautiful experience. And to today, man, me and this brother still could come here anytime he wants to, man. He's still my brother doing big things. Just finished college, So it's like the giving is not the hard, is not the hard part because there are some good things that come out of that. I can remember a sister that I met. I met this sister a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Sister from Atlanta, right? And me and this sister was always talking about. I met her online. I'm not sure if I met her on Instagram. Our conversation was like we were talking about the same things. Manifestation, just kind of healthy mindset. And the sister was just on a similar life journey as the brother. And I remember one point in time, her and I were talking about collabing. We said we're gonna do collab, man. We kept talking about doing it, just couldn't figure our schedules out. And thing is, she was living in her car. All her videos were made in her car. She had some good content. And I remember she was in Texas. And I remember watching one video. She was like, my car got repoed. She was in Austin, I believe. She said, my car got repoed. And I was like, oh, snap. I'm watching the video. And I think she's out in front of a gym with a few bags laying on the curb. I called this sister up, man. And I'm like, I said, yo, what happened? And she gave me the whole details. And I think she ended up staying in a hotel across the street or something like that, right? I said, sister, like hold what you got. Didn't know this sister had never met her, had probably only had 1 or 2 conversations on the phone with her. I said, sister, I'm finna come get you. I drove from Dallas, Texas to Austin, Texas, picked her up, brought her back here. She stayed in this very room I'm making this video in, man. Put a few dollars in her pocket. I said, hey, you know what? What's here is yours. Until you get back on your feet, like get you a game plan to get back to Georgia. What you gonna do? But until you do that, you're fine here. Sister was cooking every day, man. We were laughing, man. We were swapping knowledge. We were talking about life experiences. It was a beautiful thing. Sister ended up getting a game plan and moved back to Georgia. To this day, man, this sister are still cool. She's a YouTuber. She's doing beautiful things, right? So it's not the giving, man. The giving can result in beautiful things, But it's when things like that go south, right? Like I've had people that call me and say, "So, like, man, I'm bad out. Like I'm living in hotels. When I'm not in hotels, I'm living in my car. Like I don't have any food to eat. It's between either me putting a roof over my head or eating." And again, I'll say, bro, well, sister, come here. It's just the way I move. I'm like, come here, get you a game plan. Same type scenario. Get your game plan and get away to move in the right way, right? And I've had people to say, you know what? They'll come and accept that, right? And if something doesn't go to their liking, man, these people will leave here and actually badmouth me. A person that I've taken off of the street will bad. So going back to what the brother says, man, I can identify what he's saying, man. People who give out of love and never receive it back are eventually frustrated people, man. So I get it. Self-love is not selfish. Self-love. I'm telling you, man, I learned so much from watching this video from Brother Olu. So how do we overcome this whole thing? How do we, majority as empaths, overcome extending ourselves to the point where it ends up, screwing us on the back end, right? Brother Olu went through this, man. And he gave a few points, man, but 3 of them stood out in my mind. One, he says, control who you give your time to. Control who you give your time to, man. Like that's crucial, man. In other words, everybody shouldn't have access to you. Anybody shouldn't just be able to, hop in your DM and say, you know what, hey, I want to exchange conversation with you. Everybody shouldn't have access to you, man. Even people that know you, even people from your past. And I can talk about relationships and being able to, close the door on ex relationships to keep that. But even friends, even old friends that you haven't talked to in for so long, like if y'all just vibrate different, they shouldn't be able to access you. Man, if you go, like I always talk about my hood, man, growing up, my neighborhood, right? There was a lot of, I'll say there were about 10 to 12 brothers in that neighborhood. There are only 2 out of all those brothers that I grew up with that are still close to me. There are only 2 brothers out of those 12 that can pick up a phone right now and call me. That even have the ability, that even know my number. And I'm not saying I have static with any of them guys, but it's like our lives have done so many things. Like if we lost contact and we moved different, it's like that was for a reason. It's like I still have love for people in my past, male, female. But if we vibrate different, people vibrate different, they shouldn't be able to come back in your lives, brothers. So controlling access is huge. Controlling access, man. Nobody should be, when your phone rings, man, you should pretty much know who it is. You know what I'm saying? Controlling access to people is one. The second one he said is, what's the ROI of this relationship? Again, empaths have an issue with giving and never really wanting anything in exchange. And to be honest, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe there is. But when I give a person something, when most people give somebody something, it's not to get something back in exchange. But what Brother Olu says, there has to be a ROI. There has to be a return on investment. In other words, he's saying, how do I benefit from this relationship? The fact that you're coming into my life, you're coming into my space. What's in this for me? And even though I feel a certain way about giving and not want, when he said this, brother, it made sense to me, man. I said, this could be my problem. Like a part of me, and I'm saying me, and I'm speaking for a lot of people that have these issues. A lot of people don't expect a return on investment. Like you come into my life, you come into my space, and you're not bringing nothing of value. Like my life is at a deficit by messing with you? Brother, we have to cut that off. Self-love is not selfish. Self-love is not selfish. We have to look at every situation. And when I say relationship, I mean amongst brothers, sisters amongst sisters. Relationship with anything, anybody, man, it has to add value, man. And the third one, he says, do they see me as valuable or do they see me as a come up? This is huge. This is huge. He said, do they see me as valuable or do they see me as a come up? Now that's a very thin line, man, because when somebody comes into your life, if they see a room where you can help them out in their life, of course they're looking at you to better their life, to better their situation. But I think it comes down to, is that person willing to knock you down to get up? Like if that person comes into your life and they know that you can add value, like, you know what, me working with Soul or me working with this brother, sister can make my life better. But once my life gets better, am I going to try to step on that man's or sister's shoulder to get on up higher? Or do I want to continue that return on investment type relationship, man? I believe that's crucial, man. He says, do they see you as valuable or simply a come up, man? Self-love is not selfish. And again, man, like watching this video and seeing other videos like it, man, it's been eye-opening to me. It's exposed a lot of things in myself that need to be fixed, man. That need to be fixed within myself. Check Brother Olu's channel out. Again, Brother Olu is part of the Power Circle. Met this brother a few months ago. This brother had time to come to Dallas, Texas a few weeks ago. Me and Brother SD Booker had time to sit down. We had time to fellowship with this brother. Just a beautiful brother. Just starting the YouTube channel. Brother is dropping gem after gem after gem. Be sure to subscribe to his channel. Self-love is not selfish.